I've replayed this moment in my head 1,000 times, questioning whether I should have let it slip by. But certain moments don't fade. They etch themselves into your memory, unwilling to be ignored. I shifted to face him more completely. His eyes met mine, hesitant and searching. I let my hand rest just beside his. I didn't say anything. Didn't push. If you've ever stood in that kind of silence, heavy, loaded, electric, you know how it holds you. Tap the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. Helps more than you know. The wooden boards of the porch were cool beneath my feet as I stepped out, cradling my coffee cup with both hands. Dawn had only just broken, spilling soft gold across the yard. A breeze played gently in the space between warmth and chill, that sweet indecision of early mornings. I let out a long, quiet breath. The steam from my coffee rose in graceful curls, catching the light. My robe, the one I always wore first thing, hung softly against my skin. The fabric brushed against my wrists as I adjusted my grip on the mug. I took a small sip. The kind that lingers before you even swallow. Comforting. Grounding. I closed my eyes for a second, just to feel the stillness. Then the doorbell rang. Not loud. But in the hush of morning, it rippled like a pebble dropped into still water. I turned back toward the house. When I opened the door, he was already halfway down the front steps, like he'd changed his mind about being there. The sound must have caught him off guard. He paused, straightening up. He was tall, broad-shouldered, but moved like someone unsure of how much room he could take up. His uniform looked slightly too big, the fabric loose and a bit rumpled, as if it didn't belong to him. His eyes met mine briefly, just long enough to register. Then they dropped again, uncertain. I leaned in the doorway, casual but attentive, my coffee warm in one hand, the other resting near the doorframe, fingers lightly grazing the wood. "That for me?" I asked, nodding toward the package in his hands. He stepped forward slowly, like he didn't want to disrupt the space between us. His voice was low, careful. Said it was urgent. I reached out, taking the box gently, letting my fingers brush his just a moment longer than needed. He didn't step back. Not right away. Just stood there, holding some unreadable emotion in his expression. I shifted slightly. The door remained ajar behind me. "Open. Quiet." He noticed. His eyes met mine again. A flicker of surprise. Or maybe curiosity. Still he said nothing. "You look like that delivery surprised you," I said softly, with the smallest smile. Playful nudge in my voice. Then I turned and walked inside. Slow steps, smooth movements, coffee in one hand, box in the other. I didn't shut the door behind me. I didn't need to. The floor creaked gently under my feet, the kind of sound that feels like home. The air behind me stayed still until I heard it. The door eased shut with a soft click. Not rushed, not loud. I placed the box on the narrow table by the wall, still holding my coffee, and slowly turned just enough to see him. He was still there, inside, shoulders slightly tense, eyes on me, trying to read the moment, trying to understand what this was. I didn't speak. Not right away. I let the silence stretch out, a silence that made you feel your own heartbeat. "You can just set it by the frame," I said gently, pretending we were still only talking about the delivery. He nodded, a small motion. Tentative. He reached back, hand settling the door gently behind him. The latch clicked with a soft finality, the kind of sound that makes the air between two people feel sealed. I moved to the side, creating a silent invitation. He took it, stepping in with careful movements. Not like a stranger, but like someone who wasn't sure they were supposed to want what they did. His gaze stayed with mine now, searching. When he stopped just in front of me, I let my eyes fall to his hand. Twitched slightly, caught between reaching and retreating. So I moved first. I rotated my hand and slid it under his. "It's okay," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. "You don't have to be nervous." His fingers moved again. Lower now. They curled lightly around mine, testing the shape of contact. He didn't pull or push. just held the space. And I let him. I became aware of how close we were. The kind of closeness where you feel someone's warmth before they even touch you. I turned to him more completely. His eyes lifted to meet mine. Still hesitant. Still unsure. I placed my hand beside his again. Didn't speak. Didn't rush. That settled something. He took a small step closer. Still not touching. Just nearer. His shoulder hovered near mine. His lips parted like he might speak. But no words came. A flicker of tension sparked in my chest. That strange, weightless anticipation when everything is just about to shift. My robe shifted slightly. I noticed his eyes flick to the edge of it and then quickly away. I gave a quiet nod, letting him know it was okay. That I was okay. His hand lifted again, tracing a soft path along my arm. The fabric whispered under his touch. His fingers were reverent, unsure but present. I inhaled slowly, feeling it catch in my throat, then exhaled just as soft. The breeze from the hallway stirred again. The edge of my robe slipped from my shoulder. He didn't flinch. His hand rested at my side now. "Teddy, you're here now," I murmured. "That's all right." He nodded, eyes still locked on mine. And I guided his hand to where it felt right. Let mine rest over his. Then leaned in. Our lips met. Patient. Not rushed. Like we both understood the value of not hurrying. The kiss held warmth. The faint trace of coffee between us. His hands remained gentle. Resting. Not gripping. Just present. When we parted I felt the shift. Quiet. Honest. Real. I stepped back slowly until I reached the edge of the hallway table. My palms found the surface. Grounding me. He followed. Slower. More certain now. His hands trailed up my arms again. The fabric of my robe made a soft sound under his touch. Every motion was deliberate. Thoughtful. The morning air had cooled, but I didn't feel cold. Felt aware. Another kiss. Even softer this time. My hand found the small of his back. He didn't move. We stayed that way. Breathing. Together. No words. Just presence. My arms wrapped gently around his neck. He leaned in, resting against me without speaking. I held him there. The table behind me shifted slightly with our weight, making a faint sound. But we didn't move. Not for a while. There was no need to. No rush. No plan. Only this breath. Only this stillness. And neither of us wanted to let go. Not yet. Not while the morning still held its quiet. Not while the world felt like it had paused just for us. And so we stayed.